Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is Scary Story Friday and I'm going to tell you a story. But first I want to say thank you so much for joining me on my channel, all the new subscribers and everyone else in between. I appreciate everything you guys do and your comments and likes and shares. I really appreciate it. So let's get on with the story. So I'm going to tell you a story about when my grandfather died. Well, me and my grandfather were very close. He was a very serious, private man, but me and him were always really close because I guess I'm a very serious and private person myself. Um, he liked his privacy and so do I, but anyway, we got along really well. I took care of my grandpa when he got sick. I would paint his house, do his clothes, and you know, make him food and just take care of him, before he passed away. My family and I, we lived in the same lot. He had a little house in the back and we had the big house in the front. And I would go visit him and take him food, and sometimes he'd take me out to eat and stuff like that. We had a really good relationship, which he didn't have with my other sisters. Anyway, the night they took him to the hospital when he passed away, it had started out as skin cancer, but through the years, it traveled. It traveled to his ear, and then to his lungs, his kidneys, and ultimately his brain. And it was inoperable. And anyway, cancer is what he passed away from. And the night he died, I had stayed home because my mom liked people in the house while they were gone, and all my other family was over there, which I didn't really get because I was the one that was closest to him. It was really weird. So I stayed home at the house, and when he passed away, my mom called me and all that, and I go, I already know that he passed away because when I was in the kitchen, I'll never forget, I was doing dishes, and I looked outside, the side door where I could see his house, and there was a black cat on his doorstep meowing. It wouldn't go away, and I would try to call it and give it milk, and it would just stay there meowing, and then it would go to his other door and meow there, and it would just keep going back and forth, which I thought was really strange. So I forgot about that incident, and he passed away. We had his funeral and everything, and I was really sad about it. And so my mom, she really didn't want to go into the house, and we were going to donate all his clothes, so I'm the one that went and cleaned up all the house and started from his closet, getting his clothes out, checking pockets, and giving the stuff that I wanted to keep, put it on one pile, and the other stuff for donation was going in a box. So I had my back towards the kitchen in his bedroom, and I was, because his house was little, I was putting the stuff, separating it and whatever, and I felt two hands go on my shoulders. And I was like, Grandpa, is that you? Grandpa, is that you? And all of a sudden, one of the dishes in his kitchen falls on the floor. And I was like, okay, I know it's you, Fred. I know it's you, Grandpa. I'm glad that you're here. And I hope you know that you passed away. And I'm so glad you came to visit me. And you should move on to a better place so you can be at peace, And after I said that, I felt this cool breeze, not very cold, but a cool breeze like passed through me, and I smelled carnations. And so I knew automatically that it was his spirit coming to say goodbye. So, I started crying and everything, and I was the only one in the house. And I finished what I had to do, and I left, and I kept what I wanted, like pictures and stuff like that of his, and a few of his bow ties that he used to like to wear and stuff like that. And so we ended up cleaning out the house and everything, and it just stayed empty, and after like maybe 4 or 5 years, my mom rented it out a couple of times, and then she just left it empty because it was hard dealing with renters. So about 3 years later, I was asleep, and I had a dream about my grandpa, and it was a happy dream. It was about the time when I had helped him paint his house, and then he bought me Church's chicken. And so I woke up and I had tears in my eyes, I remember. And when I looked up, I had a wall heater. Sorry. I had a wall heater, and when I looked at the heater, he was standing in front of it, and he had a hospital gown on, and I could see right through him. And he was in somewhere where it was like breezy because I could see the tufts of his hair moving. And I told him, "Hey, Grandpa, I just dreamt about you, you know." And he told me, "Loretta," he goes, "don't be sad. I'm in a better place. You know, I just came to visit you and to make sure that everything's okay with you." And I go, "Oh yeah, everything's okay. I'm going to have a baby." And he goes, "Yeah, I know. That's why I came to visit you." And so I just get emotional, but when I think about this, you know, he came to visit me just to make sure I was okay, like he always did. And I put my son's middle name as his name, which is Frederick. And that's how I honored my grandpa, and I'm sure he's happy. I've never seen him again, but I do dream about him sometimes, and it's always a happy dream. It's never sad, but I do wake up with happy tears in my eyes. And I just want to tell people out there, you know, if you don't believe in the afterlife or in ghosts or anything, I would believe it, because it's happened to me several times, and it's not anything wrong with me. It's not a mental illness. It's your loved ones coming to visit you to make sure that you're okay. Especially if you have a certain bond with that person, I believe that they do come and visit you, especially in your dreams. My dreams are very vivid when I dream about my relatives that have passed away. So pay attention to your dreams, and if when you wake up, and if it's a good dream, you know, write it down so you can always remember it and share it with somebody like your kids or your husband or wife, because it's pretty neat, especially if they're happy dreams. So anyway, yep, that's my story about when my grandpa passed away, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did remembering certain things. And I will see you next Friday, guys. And remember to sleep with the lights on, because you never know who or what followed you home. Good night. And remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is Scary Story Friday, and I'm going to tell you a story. But first I want to say thank you so much for joining me on my channel, all the new subscribers and everyone else in between. I appreciate everything you guys do and your